The New York Knicks took care of business last night in Detroit. Your Knicks are up 2-1 on the Detroit Pistons. Wow, what a game last night. That was one of the most stressful endings I've seen in a long, long time. That free throw at the end of the game. Wow, the Knicks are able to come out with the W in Detroit. We take home court back from the Detroit Pistons, and now the Knicks have an opportunity to win yet again on Sunday to try to finish it out in 5 at Madison Square Garden on Tuesday. Knicks fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments right now of your biggest takeaways from last night's victory over the Detroit Pistons. It was a hostile environment in Detroit. We heard F.U. Jalen Brunson chants by the Detroit Pistons crowd. Who would have thought that JB would turn into a villain? And I absolutely love it, right? This fan base of the Detroit Pistons hates everything about Jalen Brunson, and that tells you all you need to know of how good Jalen Brunson is. They are in the heads of the Detroit Pistons fan base and, of course, the Detroit Pistons players. Now, the Knicks were in control the entire game, and they were able to get the job done in the clutch, what really matters the most. And Cade Cunningham, that one play late in the game where he kind of crossed up on a spin move OG Anunoby, and then Karl Anthony Towns was there to disrupt Cade Cunningham. And then Jalen Brunson, as you see on this clip right there, that layup in transition, that was the dagger in that game, in my opinion. So big time shout out to Cat, who stepped up after being silent in game number 2. Jalen Brunson, of course. Mikal Bridges with a bounce-back game. OG Anunoby looked fantastic. This is a really, really awesome game last night to talk about. If you guys don't know where I am, I'm currently in Green Bay covering the NFL Draft for Roundtable Sports, my media company. So last night, I was literally at the draft at Radio Row as a member of the NFL media. I got my credentials right here of NFL media. And I have the Knicks game on while the NFL draft was happening. So that's why this video is coming out a little later in the day after the Knicks-Pistons game. So just in case you're wondering why there was not a post-game video right away, it was because, again, I was at the NFL draft last night, and I'll be there again tonight. But listen, man, this was a big-time win for the Knicks because we cannot go down 2-1 against these Detroit Pistons, man. I mean, in a perfect world where we dominate and we can win in 5, but at the end of the day, that's not the case here. The Knicks have to just get through the series healthy and hope that we can get back on track in round number 2 if we can advance, of course. But my biggest takeaways from last night's game is definitely the starting 5 stepping up to the level that we expect them to do. 30 points for both Cat and Brunson. OG Anunoby, as usual, 22 points in defensive effort, of course. Mikal Bridges, I think, is a big talking point here. You know, after missing those clutch shots in game 2, the Knicks fan base was just absolutely burying this guy. And now he went out there and put up an efficient 7 of 13 from the field, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 3 of 6 from downtown. That's what I'm talking about. We needed a bounce-back game from our guy, Mikal Bridges, and he did just that. Now, defensively, the Knicks did a tremendous job against Cade Cunningham, limited him to just 24 points, 10 of 25 from the field shooting. And I think the adjustments by this Knicks team was really important here. Being able to limit him to just 24 points is a big reason why this Knicks team was able to come out on top in last night's game. Big-time shout-out to the Knicks' defensive adjustments. Tom Thibodeau, I think, did a tremendous job last night, of course. And we forced 14 turnovers, the Knicks did. And I think that's really important here. And what the Knicks got to make sure they do for the rest of the series is force turnovers, create shots in transition. That's exactly what the Knicks did. The Knicks outscored the Pistons 46 points in the paint to their 36 points. And we have 14 fast break points as well. Now, of course, the one thing the Knicks don't have that the Pistons have is the bench. The Knicks only had 9 bench points to the Pistons' 40 bench points. But that's what makes the Knicks a dangerous team, is because the starting 5 is that good. This playoff series is leveling up the intensity. We saw a fight break out. We see Karl Anthony Towns going after Malik Beasley, dunked on OG. He points at him. Like, this is becoming a legit NBA playoff series that a lot of people are excited about. I'm sure even if you're not a fan of the Knicks or the Pistons, you're enjoying this series as an NBA fan, because this is what the NBA playoffs is about. Competitive basketball going down to the wire. And it was just really frustrating how the game ended, right? We just wish that the game could just end. But no, there has to be Tobias has to hit that three-pointer, that weird free throw violation, giving the Pistons another opportunity. And then JB and Cat, the post-game interview was hilarious as well. So I'm really excited about this. I think the Knicks have an opportunity to get another win in Detroit, and I got confidence the Knicks can win in 5. Now, worst comes to worst, the Knicks win in 6. Maybe it goes 7. I don't know. But I think that the Knicks getting this victory in Detroit really shows you that we are the better basketball team. And that's no disrespect to Detroit, man. They are a defensive-minded team that's young, but you can tell that they're not experienced, and they're getting their emotions they're letting their emotions get the better of them, which is what I'm noticing with the Detroit Pistons team. But the Knicks cannot get complacent and be like, all right, we stole one game on the road and just let them come back and win in game number 4. If I'm the Knicks, man, I put my foot on the gas, and we try our best as this Knicks team to go out there and win in 5. Because if we can close the series out at home at MSG, watch out. And by the way, the Detroit Pistons fan base just woke up a beast. Because if the Knicks win on Sunday, and we come back to the Garden with an opportunity to send the Detroit Pistons home packing, do you have any idea what that crowd's going to be like at MSG? Oh, my God. They think chanting F.U. Brunson is not going to wake up this Knicks fan base to do something that they don't know what Knicks fans are capable of. And in case you didn't realize, JB's becoming our version of Trae Young, that Trae Young was for us. All the Knicks fans hated Trae Young that series. You know, the F Trae Young chants were loud by MSG. And now Detroit is looking at Jalen Brunson just like we looked at Trae Young. And that's not to say JB and Trae Young are the same person, same type of player. Absolutely not. JB's better. My point is JB's becoming a villain, and I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool. He's embodying it. And Thibodeau was asked about what is it like, hearing FJB chants. And Thibodeau says JB lives for these moments, right? Those are chants for him. That's an opportunity for JB to kind of level up his game, and you saw him do just that. That fast break shot in transition. And another thing that I noticed about JB, they asked him in the press conference that everybody seemed a little fatigued in the fourth quarter, but you kind of leveled up your game and you sped up. And then Jalen Brunson was like, hey, man, shout out to Tibbs for playing me all those minutes in the regular season. It got me in shape in the playoffs. And I think that's a direct shot at some people that, really get on Tom Thibodeau about his minutes. And I think the philosophy of Tibbs is you play a lot of minutes in regular season. It prepares you to put your all in the NBA playoffs. Now, that's not me defending Thibodeau or anything. That's Jalen Brunson, the captain, defending his head coach, saying, hey, the minutes that he gave me throughout the regular season has prepared me to be able to level up my game and play at my highest with 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, which is why he should win NBA Clutch Player of the Year. If he doesn't, I'm going to be very upset. But at the end of the day, seeing Cat come back and have that type of impact, this Knicks team is dangerous, bro. I'm telling you right now. That's why when you look at that Game 2 box score, it made no sense how Cat only had 10 or 11 shot attempts to not even take a shot in the second half. This is what I'm talking about. 18 shot attempts for Karl Anthony Towns, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks and a steal, 4 of 8 from downtown, getting to the free throw line, hitting all free throws. Jalen Brunson did not really have his shot from downtown, but he still was able to get his 30 points, 9 assists, 9 of 20 from the field, 11 of 13 from the free throw line. This is why this Knicks team is dangerous, because we have 2 players that are capable of getting 30 points, and of course 2 other players in our starting 5 that can get you 20 apiece. The fact that Towns and Brunson got 30 apiece, and Anunoby and Bridges got 20 apiece, that's a lot of points between your starting 5. And then Josh Hart did his usual 2 steals, a block, 11 boards, 9 assists, right? He doesn't need to score. He's the utility guy that Knicks fans have grown to love. So Knicks fans, let me know in the comments your thoughts of last night's game. Again, sorry for the delay of the video. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Hopefully the Knicks can get the job done in Detroit on Sunday, and then we can come back home for Game 5 to send the Detroit Pistons packing. I'm confident that will happen. Let me know your thoughts. Let's go Knicks, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.